Hello. So I wanted to make another video about the project I was working on previously. But just before I do that, just to let you know, I've left my window open, so if you hear cars going past or people screaming, that's probably why, because a lot of weird, rubbish stuff happens outside my window. So, yeah. So I was working on a project, I didn't really give it a name, but it was automating TikTok videos and getting TikTok videos automatically and creating a compilation video and putting it up on YouTube. And I was trying to programmatically create that method of doing that. So, yeah, so I'll tell you where I started. So I started from going to TikTok and downloading videos from there, but TikTok found out I was doing that and they banned my account and my IP address from their services. So I do have a folder filled with videos that I downloaded from TikTok in a programmatic way using Selenium and web scraping. I talked about it in the video. I think the first video I uploaded for the TikTok automation project. And yeah, after doing all that, and I read TikTok's terms and conditions and privacy notice, and it turns out that TikTok is essentially a spy software for the Chinese government. In their terms and conditions and whatever, they specify that they can grab data from other devices locally that are using the TikTok app. So let's say, for example, your phone is using the TikTok app. Their servers can collect data on other devices on your network, and even if they're not actually using TikTok, they can still gather data from it. That's incredibly spy. That's just the definition of spyware. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop using it because it just seems like a virus-based. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just spy stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna stop using it, and I hope you do. I hope you don't use it either. So yeah, ignoring all that, we have a bunch of videos here. One issue I had with TikToks before I ended up like giving up on the whole site completely is that it's hard to filter through videos that are good quality, because you can have rubbish TikTok videos that can have millions and millions of views. So just shut my window because people outside are idiots. Yeah, so it's hard finding good quality TikTok videos to create a compilation from, and you have to really do the kind of zombie-based work where you have to look through TikTok and find the videos that you think are of good quality. So scrap that all. These were the TikTok videos that I thought were decent. And what I ended up doing was getting a couple of these videos, joining them up, and pushing them out. But I kind of gave up on that TikTok side. I did like 2 videos just purely on TikTok videos, and I thought this is a waste of time. So then what I did next was a bit more interesting. And you might think it's not. It's called stealing, but so firstly, let me give you a question. Let me put you a question this way. Is it stealing if you're stealing something from someone that's already stole something? That's what I was doing. So you see these videos here. So this is a YouTube channel called TikTok One, and they have these TikTok videos, the similar sort of concept of TikTok compilation videos. So what I was doing was I was using an API or a library called PieTube. Let me see if I got it up. Yeah, PieTube, and that allowed me to download YouTube videos. So I downloaded YouTube videos from this entire channel. So what you can do, if you right click on this image and you look at the href, you can see this watch $v equals blah 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 blah. And so if you open a new tab and then let's go youtube.com and we press Ctrl+V and we paste it in, that's a direct link to the actual video page. So the video on the page, that's a direct link to actually watch that video. So let me turn my volume off. I don't want to get demonetized. Yeah. So if we press search, you can see this video. If it will pause, yeah, you see that video comes up, and so on. So yeah, I did that for each video using Selenium and web automation. I grabbed all these elements, all these thumbnails, and then found out what their watch was, their IDs. I then ran it into a program like this. I can't find the actual program I used. I wrote like a Python script, but I can't find where I left that script. I might have accidentally deleted it. But yeah, I made a list with all these, all the URLs in this sort of format, pushed it into here, and then downloaded all the videos. And so you can imagine this. Each one of these videos is about 10-12 minutes, and there's maybe about 100-200 of them. So it did take a bit of time, and in the end, I had a folder filled with videos. And so what I did was, again, I can't actually find the script. I used something called where are you? Yeah, so I used something called PieMovie.edit, and I cut these 10-minute videos into 15-second intervals. So that gave me snippets that I could use. So my assumption here was that a TikTok video is roughly 15 seconds of these people dancing and doing whatever gibberish. So if I can get these 10-minute videos and then slice them into 15 seconds roughly, or 30 seconds, whatever, in between, get these chunks and then store them into a folder like I've done here. So you can see all these videos have random names. You can see they're just given a random, like a unique name. And I put them there. So then I've got a folder filled with these snippets. Now, because YouTube doesn't allow you to actually just get a direct copy of a video and put it up, and I didn't want to do that in the first place, because what's the difference between me uploading content and this other person, TikTok One, uploading the same content? There's no appeal here. So once I've cut these videos into small snippets, I then combine them randomly into this, and this is a program I wrote, or a script I wrote to do that. So here we're locating the folder that we're going into. We're then saying load the video path into our memory. So we're doing that. We're then saying we want to make a 10-minute video. We're then saying get the video we've just specified the path for and get its duration. So we're getting the video's duration, and then we're adding it on to total current time. And the idea here is when our total current time is above 10 minutes, then we consider the video populated enough to complete that video. So to elaborate more, I'm basically taking these 15-second videos, adding them to a list, and once the list has in total about 10 minutes worth of content, publish that video, or use PieMovie to make that as a complete video. So take random ones here and then convert them into where did I save the videos? There we go, yeah. Save them here. So this video here is compiled randomly of these videos here, and so on and so forth. So just randomly picking and choosing videos that we want to keep into this video that we're going to publish. So yeah, so we do that here, choose a random number. This is where we choose a random video from our list. We then check our list. We're actually removing videos that we've actually stored into our list because we don't want duplicates. Yeah, you get that, I've explained that. We then get the lowest frame rate of the video, of the snippet. We then set that to what our video output's going to be, and then this part is where we actually compose the video and save it. So that completed here equals that. Yeah. Okay, let me just check my mouse is being captured on screen. Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, we're getting that. We're outputting it there. And then these are the videos. If you want to see them, I mean, they are really just a piece of garbage. So to show you what I mean, compile videos. So this sort of stuff, these are just snippets. I think this is with like the search term was BTS or something, and this is what came up. But yeah, you get the idea. So we made these compiled videos here. So we have one core part completed. We have a video that we can upload that is unique, even though the content downloaded is from another channel. We have unique new content. Great. So now we need to create a thumbnail from this. Now these videos seem to have a similar pattern in the way the thumbnail is created. So if we inspect that, inspect it again. I wish it would be easy just to look at some elements. So you can see it has 3 individual images here, and then a TikTok symbol somewhere on the screen, right? So let's copy that format. So what we're going to do is wrong project. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do firstly take a snapshot of the video. So we've got a completed video here. So great and all that. We're then going to build a script here to take images from the video. So what we're going to do here is take 3 images. That's what our for loop here is doing. We're getting the duration of our video. We're basically, this little section here is then saying get the 25th, because the way this works is we're using PieMovie pie.edit, and that is taking a screenshot of the video, or taking a frame, let's say. It's taking a frame based on the second that you give it. So if I said I want the 25th second in the video, I want that frame in my, I want to save that. That's how this works. So what we're doing instead is we're saying get the whole duration of the video, so let's say it's 10 minutes long, times that by, in this case, this will be 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 divided by 4 will be, you can think of that as 0.5, so that'll be 50%. So I want the total time of the video, let's say 10 minutes, times by 50% will give us 5 minutes. So I want the 5 minutes, and this is all in seconds, so 5 minutes times 60 is what, like 300? So 300, yeah, that seems right, yeah, 300. 300, get me that time interval, and then save that frame from that video at the 300 second mark. So when we have that, we have something that looks like this. So I've saved them into folders here, you can see. So something like that. So that's 1. So that'll be the first image we saved. The second image will then be, obviously we go back into that, and that'll be 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 over 4 is 0.75. So that'll be the 75th percentile, or it'll be the 75th percent of that duration of the video. So if it's 10 minutes again, it'll be like 7.5, and then we'll save that as an image as well. So you have this, 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 and these are images dotted throughout the video. So it's not like we're lying to the user when you click on the video, these images are going to be in the video. And they look kind of catchy. I mean, not all of them are great. So if, for example, if we get out of this and go here, if we go into compile vid images, some of them are interesting, some of them are a bit odd. Yeah. So we have a folder filled with 3 images, and they're randomized. So some videos might be good, some might be completely rubbish. We never know. So yeah, we've got that done. We've got images now for each of our videos. Now we need to compile them. So this is where we're going to use PIL, so Pillow. It's an image manipulation library by Python as well. So here we are. I've kept everything in a separate script because if something fails, we know where the step is for it to continue. And so if I wanted to automate all this stuff again, I could just make a separate script calling these individual scripts in that separate script, so I can find points of failure and things don't kind of end up like in a weird place. So yeah, we're getting the video images here. So that's like grabbing these folders and grabbing these images and populating them into memory. Let me get some water, my throat's getting dry. Ooh. The room's hot. Oh, good God. Okay. So yeah, we're getting the images, we're then combining them. If you see here. Yeah, okay, so that's just populating the images into memory, all that section. And then this is where we do the main stuff. So we're creating a new image within PIL, so you can see PIL here, the site import. We're then saying that I want to generate an image, a new PIL image of 1280 by 720. Now this is the standard X and Y, so width and height for a YouTube thumbnail. Again, we're saying RGB, so we want it to be standard colored. We're then getting our 3 images we've saved here. Now, when we've created these images, most of them are like a phone width sort of length, or a phone screen size. So, and some of them may not be. So we want to divide them. So we want to make sure they're thin enough that they'll fit. So we do a bit of squeezing back and forth. Here we're getting the total size of the width and dividing by 3, so specifying a limit for our image's width. We then have this section where we get the centers, and we do a bit of manipulation here to specify our boundaries. We then have to crop the image so they fit snugly onto the 1280 by 720 image, and we resize them. Yeah, and so we just push them in. So this part just pastes the individual images onto the final thumbnail. So up until this point, all we're really doing is we're just putting the images in and then squeezing them a little bit in terms of its width, so it fits nicely and there's no like black lines. So we're making sure each image fits nicely within its segment. So once we've done that, we then get this TikTok logo, which we have here. So the TikTok logo is these two, different colors and stuff like that. Yeah, and then we rotate the TikTok by 45 degrees. I just found that people have a TikTok logo roughly at an angle. It's never straight. I don't know, maybe it's something that people like. So yeah, it's at 45 degrees. We then put this thumbnail logo onto the image and we then save it, which gives us something that looks like this, or this, or this. And you can see how all these images are just kind of snapshots and then a logo located somewhere on screen. Okay, so if that's a lot, I mean, I know it's a lot of stuff. It's because it takes quite a bit of technical work to get all this going in a way that people like. Because I mean, you could automate all this stuff and make it look really rubbish, and that will take like maybe a couple of lines of code, maybe in Bash, but it won't sound good, it won't look good, and people won't want to watch it. So you want to make something that at least is somewhat entertaining. So to make people more engaged with this content, you have to go in a bit more depth to make this code, to make the thumbnail, to make the video more snappy, more transition better and well in between shots. So yeah, we've gotten all the logic out of the way. So this is the video creation. Now just to let you know, actually creating the videos, compiling 15-second intervals into about 10 minutes takes a lot of processing power. So one video took about 20 to 30 minutes just to process into one video. So one thing I always try to echo is, if you're going to try doing this sort of project to try and make money from it, think about it in terms of costs. So if you're living in the UK right now, electricity costs are incredibly expensive, and if you're hoping that you're going to profit from one of these projects or doing this sort of automation task, you have to think, how much money are you going to put across into spending on processing power? If you've got a cloud computer, that's great, and it's cheap, that's great, go for it. But if you're doing it on your home machine and it's taking a lot of power, bear in mind the energy bill costs. Because if you do, even if you do get your YouTube channel monetized and you start making money from it, trying to the cost of the bills might override or might even be bigger than any profit you make from YouTube. So it's just worth bearing that in mind, because you can make the greatest machine learning algorithm that could make the greatest video ever imaginable, but if it takes too much power, it kind of defeats the point of making a YouTube business. So, okay, anyway, we got sidetracked. So we've got the thumbnail, we've got the video. Now, one thing I'm not too sure on is how to get attractive hashtags and video names. But again, let's just copy what works pretty well for this person. So we've got new TikTok dance compilation, and then tilde, I think it's called. Is that called a tilde? Then a month, and then a year. And then given we're going to do this, just say, given we don't know the actual date for these videos because they're random, we can just say new TikTok dance compilation and leave it there. So we'll copy that and let's click on a video. Good God. I really hate these videos, they're really horrible. It's just people dancing in small clothes. Anyway. So yeah, we have this. Now, let me see if I can find some keywords that they used. Control F. Keywords. Alright, so you can see they've used keywords here, so maybe we can use that for ourselves. Copy that. Alright, let's make a notepad. Okay, cool. So we got keywords down. Let's give it a name for the video. What name did they give? I forgot again. So new fire emoji, blah 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 blah. I would just say the year. Because why not? Ah, the fire emoji copied the notepad. I didn't know that. Okay, so yeah, we've got the name for this thing. We'll just copy this as it is. We've got all the stuff we need. We just need to figure out how to actually put this stuff onto YouTube programmatically. Now this is where things get quite difficult. And I'm just going to take a water break. Cool. Okay, so there's two ways you can do this YouTube automation stuff. So you can either use the YouTube API, which is called, where are you? It's called YouTube API v3. So you can use this. And just before you get started with this, you have to go through a step. You have to do this. So what I would recommend is checking out a guy called Corey Schaefer. He's a YouTuber and he made some really good YouTube API video tutorials. So let's just check him out first because I think he deserves credit. I mean, he's not a small YouTuber. He's done pretty damn good stuff. I'll just type in YouTube API Corey. Yeah, so this guy, he did some really cool stuff with the YouTube API, shows how to do it, shows all the ins and outs of it working. And, I mean, he has like 149,000, no, how many subscribers does this guy have? Nearly 1 million. So, I mean, if you want to subscribe to him, go ahead. I mean, he doesn't really need it, but you know, this guy deserves credit. He made some really cool piece of code and really useful stuff. Cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, we go through, you can check out his tutorial, but what we're going to do, what you need to do is go to Google's API console. So Google API console. Okay, so you need to go into Google's API, so Google API console. Now click into that, well this one ideally, and then you want to enable a YouTube data v3, and that's the API you will need for YouTube uploads. Now I don't want to click on that because it shows my API keys and all private information, and I can't cover it because I don't want to do much video editing with this because it's going to take a long time trying to edit this down. So yeah, you'll click onto it, do a search for the YouTube API data v3, and again check out Corey Schaefer. He has a really good and detailed breakdown of how to do it and what to do. But yeah, once you get to that point, you have an API key and you can get a client secret key. So the two differences. So an API key for this will allow you to check out public data. So it allows you to check out views for videos, search terms, general stuff. So nothing personal, just like general stuff that's available to the public. And if you want to get secret stuff, well, not secret stuff, but like so stuff that would be personal to your account, you need to get a client and authentication key, which is like a client JSON. So I think I have a project that I used. Let me open it. Open. Yeah, so what you'll use is this. So this is a script I wrote up from copy and pasting code from Google's guide. So if you go into samples, and you go into, where are you? So if you type in something like videos, insert, you can see a code snippet of what that would be in different languages. So in Python it will look something like this. Yeah, before you go crazy with this and say, okay, I can use this to upload videos onto YouTube, there's an issue. So to do this, you have to get your account audited by YouTube, or at least Google or whatever. You have to fill out an audit form, which requires stupid details like you need your own personal website or something like that. You need some kind of privacy policy of yours. They think you're a business. Google assumes you must be a business if you want to get access to uploading videos automatically through their API. Now that's not the case in this case, so I got fed up with them and their support just kept annoying me, so with kind of stupid questions and stuff that wasn't relevant, so I just gave up on the whole process of uploading videos that way. So the other way I did these videos on my channel. So if I jump to my channel, so these are the videos I uploaded, and you can see they're kind of randomized as well. You see the blurriness, so you know that it's kind of randomized. So what was I talking about? Yeah, so I use Selenium to automate this stuff, and Selenium is a really bad way to do this sort of stuff because the way YouTube constantly changes its framework for its uploading method to stop people scraping videos up onto YouTube. They've built their upload framework in a way that it's difficult to do. So for example, if you click upload video, clicking here, if you click on the inside buttons, it's a piece of JavaScript is enabled that stops you from clicking on elements programmatically, and it just causes a real pain. So yeah, so in the end I kind of gave up on this. It's a lot of work to process. It takes a lot of time to put these videos together, put the thumbnails together, and all that. And no one's really watching the videos. I mean, if you look at the viewership, the dashboard, We had 1 subscriber in the last 28 days, and it's been a while since I made the videos. And if you look at the analytics, like 6 to 3 views max for certain videos. It's not worth the effort of having to go through processing power, putting it all into your machine, trying to create these videos and then putting them up. It's just not worth it. So I gave up on this, and I don't think it's worth doing. But if you want to have a crack at it, be my guest. Those are all the concepts I've done. I don't want to make the code available because it seems like a form of hijacking other people's content. I know the person, TikTok One is basically stealing content from TikTok, but it feels like if I were to make this code available, people would just go gun ho, copying every other YouTuber that does TikToks or stuff like that. So I'm not going to make it publicly available, and I'm going to stop the project here and now. I'm not going to pursue it any further. I think it's not worth the time or effort to push this any forward. No, I think that's it. I think this covers everything. That's as much as I'm going to do for the TikTok project. I do have another project coming out soon that involves using the YouTube API, and if there's enough interest in that, I'll talk about how that works as well. But in the meantime, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a good day. If you're in the UK, it is boiling hot today, so stay cool. But besides that, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.